Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. So these are all of my makeup brushes. This is everything that I own, down to like my new brushes and my old brushes. These are all washed. I have just freshly washed all of my brushes, except for, these are all clean. So what I'm going to be doing is a brush declutter. And I've got like some of these brushes I've had for 15 years. Some of these brushes like this I've had since like 1996, 1997. And then there's brushes that I bought off of like Amazon where I've used it once and it like broke or cracked for whatever reason. And it's a foundation brush. I really don't use it. So I'm going to be getting into, I will separate out all the brushes first. I will pull out all the ones that I currently use or that I know that I'm going to be keeping, and then I will go through the brushes that I'm getting rid of and why I'm getting rid of them. So hopefully you like this. I don't really do a whole lot of declutters because I don't really have a whole lot of stuff, but because I just got in 2 new brush sets from BH Cosmetics, I figured I need to go through and weed out brushes that are either old or ratty or just need to be thrown away, and I figured this was a perfect opportunity since all of my brushes are currently clean. So hopefully you enjoy. If you do, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, feel free to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and feel free to share it with your friends. Okay, as of right now, these are all of my brushes lined up on the counter. This is every brush that I currently have, and what I'm going to be doing is I'll be speeding up the next part. I will be sorting the brushes into piles of what I'm going to be keeping and what I'm going to be getting rid of. So hopefully you enjoy. Okay, I have pulled all of the brushes that I'm going to be getting rid of. These were in a kit, and I still have the box for them. They were the oval, like, face brushes, and like you're supposed to be able to contour with these, and they're eyeshadow brushes and that kind of stuff, and they're like super soft. But the thing is I've tried to use a couple of them, and I found that I absolutely hate using brushes for foundation, so I'm going to be passing on all of these. And there's 10 of them total. I'm going to be getting rid of this Do Care brush because I got it off of Amazon. I thought it would be something that would be nice for me to try and get into using brushes for foundation. It is a very dense flat top kabuki, but the very first time I used it, it like broke right here. And I was told by the company that I could send it, I couldn't send it back, but they were supposed to give me a code to get another brush for free. I still have the code. I just don't want to have the hassle of having to get another one of these brushes because I know that after using it the first time, I don't like it. It's very difficult to clean. Trying to get down in the bristles to actually clean it was super difficult, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. This was something else I bought off of Amazon. It was supposed to be like a fan brush, but I didn't know it was going to be, 4 inches wide, and it's not something that I use. I use it like twice. I have 2 brushes shaped like this, and usually what I would use them for, this brush I've had since the 90s. It is one of the original e.l.f. brushes. This cost me like $1 back in the day. It is synthetic. This came in a kit. You'll see some of the ones with the purple handles. They all came in a kit together from, I think, Amazon. Some of them I am keeping because I do use them on a regular basis. So, I do, granted, they're a little wimpy here because they move, but, some hot glue on those will be fine. I just find that I don't use this brush. I don't use it for foundation or concealer, which that's what these are for. They're foundation brushes. I just don't use them. I bought this either at Walmart or off of Amazon. This is also an e.l.f. This is a stippling foundation brush. It cost me like $3, and it's supposed to be a duo fiber, but I don't use brushes for foundation, and I've tried using it for blush or for contour, and I can't seem to get it to work. I'm gonna pull all of these really quick. All of these brushes came in a kit from Mary Kay, and even this one, but I'm gonna keep this. But these all came in the same kit together. I don't think I have any of the other ones left. I think I've gotten rid of all the other ones. So you've got your blush, your contour, your eyeliner. This one's a definer brush, and this is a blending brush. This is really the only brush that I really still use, and I use it for under my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I don't know if these are synthetic or natural hair because I bought these in the 90s. I mean, literally 1997, 98. I was using this one and this one, but every time I wash it, it's just such a hassle trying to get them back to looking like this. and they just don't work with the shadows as well as I would like them to. So I'm going to be getting rid of those. These came, I have a new brush in there somehow. These came in the same kit because it was like so many brushes for so much. I've got this weird like dome shape. It's very dense, round, like tipped brush. This one, if you see, it's kind of like fat. Same with this one, and it's like got some hairs missing on this one, or just how it's like made. Oh, I forgot. That's one I want to keep. I use that. But these are just odd shapes. So that's why I'm getting rid of them. This is one I just bought. This is a Morphe M433. This cost me $6. And as you can see, this is like the third or fourth time I've washed it. And no matter how much I use, like, I've even tried like putting hair conditioner on this to make it softer. This literally feels like sandpaper on my eyes. It was the biggest waste of $6 ever. Some of these brushes I will be throwing in the trash. Most of them I'm going to try and resell. This is from Essence. I bought this off of Ulta probably 6 months ago, and it's too scratchy for my eye. I have one that's similar to this, has a wood handle. If I can find it. Oh, actually it's here. This came in a kit with all the other brushes, but this is also really rough. I just find that it's too harsh on my eyes. Both of these are too harsh, and they are very similar in size and shape. This one is also a very old shadow brush that I got either from Mary Kay or Avon back in the 90s. It works fine. I just find that I don't use it. I gravitate towards newer brushes. Here's another e.l.f. brush. This is a lip brush. This I'm going to be throwing in the trash. This is, it's in pretty rough shape. And then this, I don't know if I got it in some kit or whatever, but it's been like cut very odd. I mean, you can see the little short pieces that are cut on it. It's just for whatever reason, it's just not cut very good. This was a lip brush that came in a lip gloss kit from Mary Kay years ago, and I just don't use it. There's nothing wrong with it. These came in, I think there was a trio of them, and like this one is doing where it does this. The other one did the same thing. So these are going to be going in the trash. Actually, all three of those are going in the, or all five I should say, are all going in the trash. So I'm getting rid of 5. Let's see. 31 brushes I'm getting rid of. All of these are going. So now I'm going to show you the brushes that I'm keeping and explain why. Okay, I've laid all my brushes out basically by type. So we have my e.l.f. contouring brush, and then I just got this Luxie 1010. This is also a contouring brush. And I use this Luxie foundation brush as contour. This is like an overall like dust off kind of like powder brush that I use. I use this one to like buff product, like if I put powder on it and buff product over something else to kind of tame it. This is a foundation brush that I actually use to sweep away like product, and it's actually still wet from me washing it. I use this brush to sweep away like fallout and that kind of stuff. And then my blush brush, since I got rid of my Mary Kay blush brush, this is the only one that I really use. My setting powder brush that I use under my eyes, my 2 highlighter brushes. We have the migrating ring light here. I don't know why it's like moving all of a sudden. Okay, so we have my 2 highlighter brushes and then my 2 spoolie brushes. This one here, I need to like glue the little thing back in. I still use it. Now all of these brushes are all very similar. This one's like a big thick angled one. I use the points to get this from Ipsy. And then all of these are really like thick shader brushes, whether they're like more flat than others or more dense. But I use these quite a bit for like packing on shadow. And then we have all of the various shapes of blending brushes. I have 2 from the BH kit that are like this strange dome shape. I like them, they're like super soft. And then all of these are also some sort of blending brush that I use, I should say. This one's a dual-sided brush. It's this dome shape on one side, and then it's a fluffy brush on the other. I use all of these. And then this is actually a paintbrush that I picked up years ago to do like liner and detail work and that kind of stuff. And it works super well at picking up difficult shadows or very pigmented shadows. But all of these are all my like angled brushes. And you know, some of these brushes, like the Essence brush, and the e.l.f. brush I bought, the BH Cosmetics brushes I bought, but like the Ferro brush here, this one here, this one, a lot of my Luxie brushes I've gotten from Ipsy Glam bags, like the SL Miss Glam brush, the scone brush, the angled brush here, the blush brush and foundation, the contour brush, all of those came from Ipsy. Oh, and this one here too. This is my newest. This is from Royal and Nickel. This is one of their motor brushes. This was also something I got from Ipsy. And then up here, I kind of face them towards the camera. These are all of my old-fashioned like flip lip brushes that you just kind of push up and use, and they should all be clean. Ooh, these are all from Mary Kay. As you can see, they say Mary Kay on them. These are like 20 plus years old. And then I have a few dual-ended brushes. These came in that kit with all the purple handles, and I do use these. I use these for mainly shimmer shadows and stuff like that because they're synthetic. They work really well at picking up shadows wet or dry. This one has a liner brush on one side. This has like an angled liner brush on it, and this one's got a sponge tip, which I really don't use that. Then we get into various liner type brushes. I've got a few different shapes, and I have one of the dual-ended sponge tips. I do use this for like, I use it kind of like an eraser. So we have the thin ones that you use for actual like liner. So I've got 4 of those. And then I've got these little dome-shaped brushes. A couple of them, like this one's from Mary Kay, or from Avon. This is from their Mark collection. I probably ought to throw this one out. It's old, but I do use it. I didn't realize that I had one from BH Cosmetics, which is this one that looks almost identical to it. But they're all like for detailing and that kind of stuff, and I do use them. I just picked these up from BH Cosmetics. These are very unique. They're like miniature fan brushes. I haven't quite figured out what I'm supposed to do with these yet, but I have used them. They're super soft like all the other BH Cosmetics brushes. Then we get into like the flat definer brushes or the angled definer brushes. Like this one is from Avon. This is like 15, 20 years old, but it still works. I use it almost every time I do an eye look. Same thing with this one. These I use, the Luxie one, like I use these. This is also an Avon brush. I use these under my eyes to do like my lower lash line. So I do use all of these. Then we have my 3 little dome. Now this is one of the other Morphe brushes that I bought. This is the M550. This is a synthetic brush, and this is super soft, but it's very like dense. So it's really good at putting color in a very precise location wherever you want it, which is a good thing. And it doesn't tear up my eye like the other one does. And then you get a Luxie brush and a BH Cosmetics brush, and they're all dome shaped. Then you have, this is technically a concealer brush. This is also from Avon's Mark line, but I don't use it for that. I use it for eyeshadow. It's the only one I've got shaped like this. This was a weird BH Cosmetics silicone paddle brush. You're supposed to use these for like shimmer shades, but I haven't quite figured out how I'm supposed to use it. Maybe if you use this to apply the glitter glue or glitter, this will work so much better doing that. And then all of these brushes are all just about the same. Gonna run away. Again, we've got an Avon Mark brush, some from the kit, a Veramona shader brush. I mean, all of these are all very, very similar. They're all dome-shaped brushes. Some of them are shader brushes. But these are all synthetic. None of these are real. So these work very well with doing detail work or shimmer shades. I love using like these little brushes for shimmer shades. And like dual-ended brushes like this, I use like cut my crease on one side and then pack a shadow on with the other. So this is my brush declutter video. These are all of the brushes that I'm keeping. And then these are all of the brushes that I am getting rid of, all varying shades and sizes. Now some of these I will be listing online for sale. They are all clean, and I will make sure that they're, you know, sprayed down with alcohol before I ship them out. And I already trashed the ones that I was going to throw away. So hopefully you guys like this like brush declutter video. I don't really have a whole lot of makeup to do a declutter with, but I figured this would be something interesting for people that want to know, you know, what kind of tools do I have, what kind of brushes do I use, and stuff like that. A lot of these are BH Cosmetic brushes from Luxie, the one kit that I got from Amazon, and then just random brushes that I've gotten from Ipsy Glam bags over the years, and a couple of e.l.f. brushes here and there thrown in. So hopefully you enjoy. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys in another video very soon.